Group chats, man. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Hailee if you haven't been here before, and if you're joining me for the first time today, welcome. I'm super excited to have you. As you can see by the title of this video, today I'm going to be showing you how to customize your phone, your home screen, and a few other things with the new iOS 14 update. If you're brand new to the iOS update like me, no worries. I'm gonna walk you through everything step by step, and it's gonna look super cute afterwards. So if you're interested in customizing your phone with the new update, go ahead and keep watching. Before we jump into the good stuff, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, I post a new video every week, so go ahead and click the bell to get notified when those go live. And I also want to put it out there, thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I am over the moon excited. I'm so happy to share in this experience with you guys, and you are what makes me keep pushing and keep creating content that I'm really happy with and that I love. So thank you guys for supporting me, and I love you guys. And let's get on into this video. Now, as you may or may not know, iOS 14 is actually a pretty big update. Usually updates are more of on the end of like bug fixes, but not necessarily changing the appearance of your home screen. So I'm going to be walking you through the entire process of how to update your phone, also how to pick an aesthetic and create that color palette, and then also show you how to actually customize your phone and make the little app covers and everything, but we'll get on into that later on in the video. So I want to show you guys what my phone looks like before I go ahead and update my phone, and this here is what it looked like before. I just had my little Snoopy background, and then also I had a pretty self-explanatory home page, and then when you swipe again, you'll see that all of my apps are here, and I just have them in a whole bunch of folders because I was trying to stay pretty organized. And now with the new update, you'll see that there's an app library, which is going to remove those from your home screen so you don't have to see them and it's not as cluttered. If you haven't actually updated your phone yet, you want to go into your settings. Okay, so you're going to want to go into your settings, and then you'll see this little cog and it says general, and you're just going to click on that. Usually it'll have like a round circle with a white 1 inside of it, which means you do need the update. So just go ahead and click on that, and once you're in the general menu, go ahead and click on software update. It's going to say checking for update. It might take a minute. Okay, so it should pop up. It might take a second like mine did, but it should say iOS 14.0.1. That is the one you're going to be updating to. So go ahead and click download and install, and you might have to put in your passcode for this, but that's okay. And then you're going to agree to the terms and conditions, and it says update requested. Now I literally am just doing this now with you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug my phone in and make sure I have a little something to do, maybe dishes, some chores, maybe watch some of my YouTube videos. I will go ahead and link some of those there if you haven't already. So a lot of people were saying that theirs took a long time. Mine is estimating right now 18 minutes, so that's not too bad. But I'm just gonna go ahead and plug my phone in so that way it doesn't die, and I can continue showing you guys how to create this new aesthetically pleasing phone that you're going to have in about 20 minutes. Now, before I go and plug my phone in, I do want to show you guys, if you want to know exactly what this update is bringing to your phone, you can go ahead and click the Learn More tab underneath where it tells you that it's doing the update. So just go ahead and click Learn More, and then it will literally give you a whole list of everything that it is going to be updating and how it'll be doing that. So you can go ahead and read through that if you're interested. So that is where you are able to find that. So I went with a more warm-toned, neutral vibe. I did post a poll on my Instagram to see if I should do more of like a fall feel or just stick with my neutral tone aesthetic, and you guys voted for my neutral tone aesthetic. So here I am. I'm going to show you guys. So this is my iOS 14 Pinterest board. These are just some of the images that I have pinned on my Pinterest. As you can see, they're kind of just random. If you go into Pinterest and kind of just search like neutral aesthetic or pink aesthetic or like basically whatever your color is and then aesthetic afterwards, you should get something along the lines of what you like. Or if not, you can go ahead and just search up specific images. Like for my music, I know I wanted to do something like this with the mixtapes or like the vinyl. So just go ahead and take a look at that. This is actually a really good activity to do while your phone is updating, so that way you can kind of decide by the time that your phone is updated. And once your phone is done updating, it should restart, and then when you go back to this screen here, it should say iOS 14.01, your software is up to date. So now you officially have the iOS 14 update on your phone. So as you can see, my home screen now has this translate app. I guess it just comes with the update. So that is brand new up at the top. And then you'll see if you just keep swiping that you now have an app library, and as per the update, it should kind of guide you into these new features. So it'll tell you what this app library is about and etc. So as you can see, your phone basically groups all of your apps into folders that it thinks they should be in. So like, for example, I have the creativity and social and utilities and productivity and finance. So it'll just kind of group them into what it thinks is best for that app. And you have a whole page worth of your app library. Now, after you've picked your aesthetic and everything is completely updated and you've kind of gotten a little used to the app library and finding it, I want to show you guys how you can move your apps from your homepage into the app library just so that they're not showing on your home screen. So you want to go ahead and click on one of your apps and hit edit home screen, or just keep holding it down and then it'll start to jiggle just like this. And they come up with that little minus sign. And you can just click on that minus sign and hit move to app library, and it will disappear from your home screen. Just make sure you don't hit delete app, because that will delete it from your phone entirely and you'll have to re-download it. So don't delete the app, but just move it to your app library and it'll just be in your library versus on your home screen. So as you can see, if I just keep swiping, my Spotify is now in just the entertainment folder in my app library, and there we have it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this up because as you can see, I have a whole bunch of apps that I need to put in my library and I don't really want them on my home page. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to every single one of these apps that's right here, except for the ones that I use on a daily basis. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and just finish this up. Okay, so that took me about 5 minutes just to declutter my phone and move all of the apps that I don't use on the daily into my app library. The next thing that you wanna do is go to your app store, go ahead and search for widgetsmith. It should be one of the first ones to pop up because everybody's searching for it. And it's just this one here with the blue square. And you're gonna get that one. So just wait for that to download. Oh. Well, that's embarrassing. I had to reset my Apple password, so here we go. After you get widgetsmith, go ahead and open it. And then it will show you the options for small, medium, and large widgets. And I am going to go ahead and show you this in just a second, but I wanted to show you that this is one of the apps you'll be needing. And also in your app store, you want to look up Canva. So that's just canvas without an S at the end. And it is going to be this blue and purple background with the white C. You're going to need that. I do have an update, so I'm just going to go ahead and update that while we sit here. And that's one of the things that you're going to need to make the covers for your apps. So now I'm going to show you guys how to make the app covers, but first I'm going to do it to my phone and then I will show you exactly what I mean. Honestly, it took me way longer than I expected. I already had a Pinterest board ready pretty much for my phone, so I thought it was gonna take me less time than everybody else said it took them, but no, it took me just as long. So if you are ready to do this, you gotta have some time to commit to it. It's kind of aggravating in the beginning, but once you get a flow and like a feel for what you're going for, it's gonna turn out great. So stick to it because it will come out amazing. But this is what my phone looks like, so I'm just gonna show you. I have a little quote at the top and then a few of my most used apps. All of the ones that are on my first page here, my first home page, those are the ones that I use like on the daily, and I use them all the time, consistently throughout the day, so I went ahead and kept them on my front page. It's just up to you. Whatever you use most often, I would consider putting on the front page, but again, this is all up to you, and there's really no right or wrong way to do it. It's just how you want it and your preference. So go ahead and just pick out your aesthetic and declutter your phone. Those would be the first two things, so you're not getting super overwhelmed with trying to pick so many cover photos. And that brings me into how we get these cute little widgets that I have on here, and also how to change the cover of your apps. I'm gonna bring you back to my widgetsmith app, and you can see here that it says small widgets, medium widgets, and large widgets. And I'm gonna show you an example here. The small widgets are like the quote here and the picture that I have here on my home screen, and then the medium widget is the calendar size that I have here, and then as I scroll to the right, this is what the large size widget looks like. So those are just for size, so you can see how they look. Going back into the app. Now, how you want to do this is you create the widget first, and then you're going to add it after you've created it. So I'm just going to add a small widget, and let's just say you can click on default widget, and they do have a whole bunch of different styles. So this part is pretty self-explanatory. You just can pick whichever one you want. I'm just going to pick the day. And then you can go into font, and I personally like the New York font. I just think it's very chic, very classic. And then you can go into tint color, which is the font color. I'm just gonna stick with white. And then for the background color, they actually have a whole bunch of colors, and you can also customize them. So that is really easy. No matter what color palette you're working with, you can find a color that works for you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go with the cream option. And then for the border color, I really like the borders, but I mean, again, it's up to your style. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the white border. So then you just hit save. And how you can add a widget now is you just go back to your home screen, or I'm actually gonna go to this page here because I have space here. Just go into the edit home screen mode. And then up at the top left corner of your phone, you'll see the little plus button. Go ahead and click on that. And then scroll all the way down to the bottom where widgetsmith is. And then we made a small widget with that calendar where it says Thursday. So just go ahead and click add widget, and then just go ahead and click done. Now, obviously this is not the one that I want there. I already have this quote on my front page, so I don't want this here. I'm gonna go ahead and click on it again and just hit edit widget, and then you can click on, you can also rename the widget so it makes it a little bit easier. But the one that we just created is small number 3, and it will go ahead and update itself, and now you have the one that says Thursday there. So you can go ahead and recreate this process with the small, medium, or large widgets, and it's really not that hard once you get the hang of it. So that's how you do the widgets. These are the social icons that I actually made myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, and we're gonna use the app Canva for that. So just go ahead and search Canva. And I'm gonna go into create an Instagram post just because it's a square and it makes it easier later on down the road. And then you just hit the plus button, hit images, and then I have a whole bunch of images that I saved from my Pinterest board, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I created these. Now I'm just gonna show you guys a random one, like I'll just make a new one. So here is a background, and just fill up all the space and hit done there. Then hit the plus button again. Then you want to go into illustrations and search for design elements. Now you can pretty much just type in Instagram and it should come up with the logo for that. And there are paid versions, so you might not be able to use all of the icons that come up, but this one here is free, so I'm just going to go ahead and place this one in the center and color it white. Now you can always change the color to whatever you want. Let's see. We'll do this for now. So if you want to make a custom color, you just click the little plus button that's in a square, and the color picker will come up, and you can just slide that little dot around and you can pick whichever color you want. Then hit done, done, and the little download icon, and that will save directly to your photos. So after you have finished and saved your photo from Canva into your photo album, you want to go ahead and swipe down and just search up the app Shortcuts. So that app should actually already be on your phone unless you accidentally deleted it. You might have to go into the App Store and re-download it. But that should already be on your phone already. So if you don't already have it, just go ahead and head to your App Store and try downloading it from there. Once you're in the Shortcuts app, you'll see that I have all of these shortcuts here. So I'm gonna show you how I turn my photos into app covers using this Shortcuts app. Once you're in the Shortcuts app, you wanna click on the plus button that's at the top right, and it'll say New Shortcut. Then you wanna click on Add Section, and then where the little X is in the gray circle that says Scripting, just go ahead and click on that. Then you wanna just hit the top one where it says Apps, Open App, go ahead and click on that one. And then it'll bring up this new bubble that says Open and it says Choose. Just click on the word Choose and you can go ahead and search your app. I'm gonna go ahead and search Instagram because that's the cover that I made. And then you wanna click the 3 blue dots in the circle up at the right-hand corner and just name this shortcut Insta. This is my second time making an Insta one, so I'm just gonna name it Insta 2. And then you wanna click on Add to Home Screen. Now this is where you get to name it whatever you want. I don't really like all of them to be capitalized, so I'm just putting a space in between each letter, and that's how it's gonna show up. Now the little icon that has the 2 squares stacked on top of each other, that's right next to where you add the name. Go ahead and click on that, and then you just click Choose Photo, and go ahead and click on the icon that we just made on Canva, and click Choose. And then just click Add at the top right corner, and then you'll see the check mark come up that says Added to Home Screen. Just click Done so that you're finished, and then you'll see your new icon is right here. Now the only thing with this is it's going to take you through the Shortcuts app, so it's going to take like another second to load your app. But if you're okay with that, no biggie. If not, you can always just swipe down and search, and I'll show you how to do that. So you basically just swipe down on your home screen like you normally would, and you can search right in that bar. But I never really swipe through and click on the app from there. I usually just swipe down and search for it. So really this isn't any different of a process for me, but you might take some getting used to if you don't already do this. And then if you don't want to necessarily use an icon and you just want to use a photo, go ahead and go back to Shortcuts. You can basically do the same thing just with any photo. So let's just say this is my 8mm camera, and I'm gonna go ahead and name it 8mm camera. Okay, Add to Home Screen, and you can basically just choose a regular photo instead of one with an icon on it. So let's just go ahead and choose this camera here and add that one to the home screen, and you will see that it's just a regular photo and it'll take you right to the app. So you don't necessarily have to use the icons. I wanted to keep my social profiles pretty consistent, so that's why I ended up making them for that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you navigate the new update, and if it did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, I post a new video every week, so don't forget to click the bell to get notified when those go live.